Welcome to Human Design Powered Business. I'm Victoria Gibson, and every week I am sharing how you can harness your human design to unlock more flow, leverage, and opportunity within your business. So let's dive in. Hello, this is the fourth part of my kickoff series, the 6 essential elements to human design powered business. I've already published 3 episodes where we talk to the first essential element being your path, which is reflected in your human design in your life theme or incarnation cross. The second being your program, which you can find in your energy type in human design and your strategy encoded within that. And the third being personality, cutting across your profile in human design, your conscious sun, and a little of your conscious Mercury as well, and how you share that and bring that forth in business to create more results with less effort and really find your flow again. So the fourth element is power. And why I call it power is it's how you harness energy within your human design. And where we look to that is within what is called in human design our definition. We have 9 energy centers within our human design. And whether or not we have consistent access to these centers and what they represent is defined by what is called channels, where we've got these paths to lighting up the centers. And when they connect, we get some definition and consistent access. And how that definition within the 9 centers determines for us our authority. It's one of the easiest things to take and apply actually from human design, which I know can be quite complex, and I'm trying to keep even this overview series as simple as possible so you can get a sense of how there's so much hidden gold within our design and having a human design powered business, and that you're not missing one business success strategy. You're just missing the awareness of pulling this all together and having an understanding of how those 6 elements come into play for you, for your purpose, for your peace, for your profit, and for you to get in flow in business again and bring your business back in sync with your purpose. So let's talk to that power and that authority, where we look to your energy centers and how they're defined. So there are 6 key kinds of authority that you'll likely see in your life chart. So if you haven't got yours, go ahead to victoriagibson.com to grab your copy, and it will determine your authority. And in the free human design type report, I'll actually give you an explanation of your unique authority in there as well. So just briefly to give you an overview, there are 6 key types, the biggest one being emotional authority. So if you have your emotion center defined in your human design, then you have a decision-making process that can be influenced by your emotions. So that can to drive your business. So having emotional upsets and ups and downs is part of life. And in your human design, when you have this center defined, you will be subject to a lot more emotional ups and downs. And depending on our experiences and how we've processed those and learnt certain ways of being, you're going to find that they have the ability to railroad you, and you also may have the ability to take others off track with your emotions. And you might find that shows up in your business, in your interactions, your relationships, and some of the opportunities. You might be more inclined when you're not following this authority, when you're not paying attention and making decisions from a place of calmness, emotional clarity, and waiting for any surges of inspiration, excitement, disappointment, resentment. If we have our emotions defined or that emotional authority, then what happens is that it can lead us to making some regretful decisions that don't serve us. So you want to be making decisions from a place of emotional clarity and calmness, not impulsivity, not expectation, not excitement, no, not inspiration. Yeah, sure, we want to be inspired, but you need to generally wait to make the right decision and, get in touch with that place of being calm. So, that, you really want to be looking for that place of emotional clarity in or your interactions with others, particularly in business, and the decisions that you make. The second type of authority is sacral authority. When we talk to that, that is identified at the core of being a generator or a manifesting generator. So your type, you would be a generator or a manifesting generator, to have this as your authority. So that doesn't mean, it doesn't automatically mean because you have your sacral authority, that gut response of this is a yes or this is a no, because that sacral energy, once committed, can't be stopped easily. So you want to recognize and embrace that at all times. The third authority, splenic authority. Okay, so if you don't have emotions or sacral defined or colored in, and you have your spleen center defined, then you have splenic authority. And this is one of the most instinctive, intuitive, quickest authorities to make decisions, which can be great, but it can take a while to tune into. Likely when you have this authority, you can have a great level of kind of discernment and taste and understanding of what is right for you. So it will be easier for you to decide on the fly a little bit more, and really tapping into that intuition and instinct that are hallmarks of this. So it gives you more of that instantaneous yes or no, particularly in business. And you'll be able to respond a lot quicker and adapt as well, which is great for those who have splenic authority. The fourth is will, ego, or heart authority. This happens only for projectors and manifestors, so it's a lot more rare, and it means that you need to employ your will in making decisions. Okay, so if you're a manifestor like I am with an heart authority or ego authority, then you are a catalyst for a lot of, activities that are about your will and your drive to that desire. And the biggest thing to pay attention to here in making decision is that you are clear in your heart of hearts about what you want. So it is about following that heart's desire, which in a world where we're conditioned that we can't generally easily have what we want, that can be a difficult one to make sense of. And another layer of meaning of that for me is that, yes, I can see where there's a lot of drive to move forward and ahead, and a lot of drive with the clients that I work with in igniting that with force, that opportunity to move ahead, to charge more, to know your worth, because the heart center is a place where your sense of worth comes up. If you're not embracing your own worth and you're not seeing your own self-worth, it can throw off that authority. That's where we move into a lot of people pleasing, taking in other people's influence and not making the best decisions for you. So it's taking me a lot of practice and perseverance to really understand how I can best harness this authority and pay attention to what my desires really are, not get swayed by others or get swayed by my own lack of self-worth. So cultivating that self-worth is really, really important, okay? And also the understanding for me, knowing that when I do serve my desires, I'm going to be serving others. So it sounds like it's going to be this really sort of selfish, I kind of call it an excuse to be an asshole, but it's not, because when you follow it correctly, when you know your own self-worth, then you're going to have the ability to help others, serve others, and serve their transformation or results as well. Then there's self-authority. This is potentially quite a sensitive and very personal authority that you need to get in touch with. It's not as easy to just say, right, okay, just pay attention to yourself. It needs to have a bit more of the quiet time and understanding to work through, that you want to be thinking about, where are you getting pulled off center? What is going to serve you? What is going to be in your best interests by having that beautiful identity center defined that you do? You know who you're here to be in this lifetime. You know instinctively what is right for you. So it's really making sure that you have that alignment there. And then there's outer authority, or it can be called environmental authority. So if you're a reflector, you have this because you don't have any of your centers defined. So you need to go outside yourself to look for to make those decisions. Outside yourself in this instance, generally for a reflector, is waiting and understanding, is it a decision that is coming, from your true nature, and it's going to be serving you rather than just directly from others' influence. So where can you go to look for that? Then it's talked about as kind of lunar authority, waiting for a cycle of the moon to see if you're still wanting to go ahead, right? To see if that's still staying true for you, then that will be the right decision for you. So quick decisions in business as having an environmental or lunar authority are not advised. So I really love understanding how, we can harness more power in our business by using human design, and authority is one of the best ways to do that. And even looking at deeper within those energy centers and where they're defined and where they're not and what they represent. So definitely go ahead to the website and grab your life chart so you can see what your authority is, because I go into the description of your unique authority there too. So don't miss that. And then come and join me for the next element that I'm going to go through, which is all about profit. And I can't wait to see you there. Thanks for joining me on this episode. If you want to dive deeper and get the practical path to leverage your human design and turn energy blocks into business breakthroughs, then you're going to want to see my latest class. Make sure you head to victoriagibson.com and click on the Watch the Class tab, and you can uncover more about what is encoded within your energetic blueprint and how you can harness it for unlimited success and to step into your true potential. I cannot wait to see you over there.